Hi, I'm Kezhal and I'm a 9+ year ovarian cancer survivor.
Hi, I'm Jessica Baxter, and I am a 17-year ovarian cancer survivor.
I was diagnosed with ovarian cancer at 21 years old in my second to last semester of college. It was my senior year.
So my story starts when I was 20. I was having pain that I thought was appendicitis, and I went to an emergency room to get checked out, and they did blood work and everything looked fine. So as I was packing up things, all of a sudden the doctor came back in and was like, my gut's just telling me we need to do a CT scan on you. He told me, you're way too young to have this. We're just gonna monitor it just to see what it does. We think it's a cyst. It should go away on its own, so I wouldn't worry about it.
I originally went into surgery thinking that I had a benign tumor called a fibroid. And then I wake up from surgery to my anesthesiologist telling me that I instead had ovarian cancer.
I remember waking up in the recovery room and my doctor kind of leaning over me and saying, oh, well, we think it might be cancer, so we're going to send it off to some pathologist and we'll let you know. And 2 weeks later, I sat across the desk from him and I heard 4 words that changed my life forever. And it was, you have ovarian cancer.
It was a very difficult treatment. I had weekly chemo infusions and I didn't handle it well. I was a nightmare to be around. I was not very nice. I was angry at the world. I was angry at why this was happening to me.
We decided not to do chemo or radiation, that he would do close monitoring instead. I went to MD Anderson every 3 months for 5 years.
For a moment, we even thought that, I wasn't going to make it. My doctor was telling my mom to start preparing. We had to get an emergency CT scan done that later showed that the chemo was in fact working. And I think that little scare for me kind of, put everything into perspective and made me realize that I'm going to make it. And when I do, I'm going to make a difference. I'm going to do something with whatever platform I end up having to help make a difference in other women's lives, especially young women, because I was 21 years old when I was diagnosed. And I feel like a lot of my symptoms were ignored because I was 21 years old.
When I was first diagnosed at the age of 20, the only social media avenue was MySpace. So it wasn't until I got on Facebook many years later that I found Be the Difference and this event, Will to Survive.
I had always found the journey with survivorship very lonely. I mean, I don't know too many other survivors, and the people that I have met, a lot of them have passed. So I think it was honestly amazing timing that I met the Be the Difference Foundation, because I'm so happy I have this community with other people who have experienced what I've experienced and kind of still do experience what I'm experiencing. It's nice to have people we can relate to.
As a survivor, participating in Will to Survive means a whole lot. Even that last hour, just getting to stand in the line of women, strong women, survivors, that get to share a little bit of our story and our survivorship. It's just empowering year after year after year to see how many years we're out of our survivorship. And each year, more and more women get added to that survivorship and get to share their story. And I think that's what it's all about.